He went into her. I'm going to give y'all the PG version. But listen, I just want to begin to pray and launch this second sermon in this series that Samson is a Nazarite. Come on, say a Nazarite. And what that means is he took a Nazarite vow for life. Now, sometimes people don't take that vow for life. And part of that vow, Elder Reed, is no cutting of the hair. And that's part of the Nazarite vow. He took it for life. Lord have mercy. Some of us can't take a vow past, we said January 1, I'm going to get back on that treadmill. I'm going to get my weight together. We said January 1, I ain't going to curse no more. We said January 1, I'm not going to, you know what we do. But he took this for life. He took it for life. And part of that was no cutting of the hair. And as he lives under this vow of separation and dedication to God, one thing that he found out very quickly is it's complicated. He found out it was complicated. He didn't have to do like some of y'all. By January 15th, y'all done with it. No more walking on the track. No. He found out. Y'all gonna pray with me? Oh, Brother Church, y'all help me out. They not gonna pray with me. Listen, he found out it was complicated. It was complicated because he's physically strong. And God uses him despite the fact that he's attracted to and having relationships with a prostitute. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time for this side of the room so y'all can get me. He's complicated because God has blessed him to be physically strong. But listen, but morally he's weak. Physically strong. Morally, he's weak. Y'all don't look at Samson like that. Some of us are like that in this room. He's physically strong. God has gifted him with the ability to be strong, but he's attracted to and having relations with a Philistine pagan woman. Come on, say moral weakness. And so we see in Judges 16:1 that Samson went to Gaza, which is the capital city of the Philistine enemy territory. Look at somebody say alone. Now, you got to understand, if I'm going to roll in certain parts of Flint, certain parts of Saginaw, certain parts of Little Rock, if I'm going to roll, I ain't rolling by myself. Now, I'm just talking about me. I wasn't raised fighting, Sister Felicia. I'll cut you, I'll shoot you, but I don't know. I ain't going nowhere by myself. Amen. Amen. But he went to the Philistine enemy territory alone. And look, he went there because he thought he was bulletproof. He thought, listen, he didn't fear no man. He didn't care because I'm physically strong. That's my gifting. I'm strong. What's your gifting? For example, listen, you'll see it up on the screen. Listen, he was so strong, he took a lion that attempted to attack him and he ripped him into pieces, tearing them apart with his bare hand. I wouldn't even tried it with at least a machete or something. You know what I mean? A blowgun. I'm going to get you with something first. But he ripped it because his physical strength allowed him to. And he tore him to pieces, which was simply amazing. But Samson's gift from God is his physical ability. However, here's what's going to get messy. Thank you so much. But where it gets messy is he used his physical prowess. His physical ability, he used it for himself. All right, don't look at Samson like that. He used his physical ability for what? For himself. In other words, he decided, I'm going to go where I want. I'm going to go to Gaza. Ain't I'm scared of nobody. I'm strong. I ain't scared of the enemy. I can do what I want. And I'm going to have sex with one of y'all women. What you going to do now? Who going to fight me now? Who going to stop me now? And so he didn't understand that, listen, that it comes with responsibility, your gift. And we can do the same thing. Look at somebody say, y'all do the same thing. Y'all do the same thing. Y'all do the same thing. And listen, when you're gifted, some of us think, Brother Braden is gifted with drums. Let's celebrate him. Come on, let's celebrate our drummer. Elder Sister Raina gifted with singing. Come on, y'all celebrate her. Elder Reed, Brother Grips, come on, while we clapping, let's celebrate our band. He's gifted with Latin percussion. But listen, sometimes your gift may not be up front. Elder Reed, he gifted with preaching. We ain't going to talk about that no more. And he gifted with singing. Come on, let's celebrate him. But Sister Denise is gifted every Wednesday night to lead us in our faith building class. But there is a gift, Sister Jessica, of compassion. There are some simple gifts, some regular, ordinary gifts of wisdom. Some people are gifted at just being wise and applying knowledge. Some people, are gifted with persuasion. You know them, teacher types, they good at persuasion. They good at purchasing things. They good at making deals. They good at going in there and getting you to sell your item at a lower price than you actually thought you was going to. Some people are good at that. They're good at persuasion. They're good at money management. I learned early in our marriage that I was going to be the one who managed the money because my wife is no good with it. Now, she's good at some other things, but when it came to lining things up and keeping up with it to the penny, I was good at it. Some of us are gifted with the ability to make money. Some of us just attract money. We just good at it. Who am I talking to on this morning? You just good at it. You just good. Every time you turn around, you just good at making deals. You just good at it. You just good. But the question is, you'll see it up on the screen, are you using your gift for God or are you using it for yourself? Can we just think about that for a minute? You're good at compassion. You're good at wisdom. You're good at persuasion. You're good at money management. You're good at attracting money. But the question is, are you gifted? Are you using your gift for God? Or are you using it for yourself? Oh, can I ask it, Father, Son, Holy Ghost? Are you using it, your gift for God, or using it for you? I'm going to challenge this demon that might be thinking, I'm just smart. No, that's a gift. When you're compassionate and you're good, that's a gift. Now, you're not just smart at money management. Some people are just gifted at certain things. And so you can take whatever gift God has given you and use it for selfish reasons. Amen. Lights. I'm going to say it one more time. I see you, brother Pastor Milton. Let's celebrate Pastor Milton. We got praying God's blessings on your service on this morning. But you can use whatever gift God has given you for selfish reasons. And when this occurs, we're living our lives like a practical atheist. You're living your life like a practical atheist. In other words, God is a concept in your mind. God is a concept in your mind. But when it comes down to it, how I live my life and how I use my gift, and when trouble comes in my life, and when the doctor tells me it's not well with my body, when my husband said he don't want me no more, when my wife says she's done with me, I have God in my head. But when trouble comes, it don't really work in my heart. It don't work in my heart. Look at somebody say, that's called a practical atheist. And so you need to understand that practical atheists, listen, they pray when there's a need. Oh, yes, they do. They know exactly who to call when there's a need. They know who to call. But let something happen to them. Let something happen to them. Listen, they live like there is no God, because they try to fix it themselves. In other words, they use their gift of persuasion. They use their gift of compassion. When God has not sent that husband yet, you use your gift of compassion. Talking about, well, the Lord sent me to you to be a blessing to you. Look at somebody and say, that's just your gift of compassion. Lord, they didn't send that man in your life. The problem is you got tired of waiting on the Lord. Come on, y'all, be real with me on this morning. That's what happens. And so then you live as if there is no God. And you live that like there is no judgment. Stop looking at me like that, like it is no judgment. But if you live this life and you said, I'm holy. You said, my body is holy. You said, I am holy. If you said the Sabbath is holy. You said the tithe is holy. I want you to know that there's going to be a consequence when you live like there is no God. And so therefore, because Samson went and did what he wanted to do, he fell short of the glory of God. Who am I talking to on this morning? You just short. You're falling short. That's it. You just falling short. You ain't been handling God's money right. You've been playing with God's money. You've been playing with this ideal that's in the culture that marriage is not holy. But look at somebody that says honorable. The bed is undefiled when you're married. I'm getting in trouble now. But look at somebody and say, be holy. Because God says I'm holy. You got to live holy. I don't care what this culture said. You got to stand on your First Amendment right and tell them I believe in religion and the free exercise thereof. I believe in my Bible because the Bible said, come out. I done got happy in my sanctified. So from among them, you can't live on two sides of the coin. Lord, let me get back to my notes because I feel this thing in my soul. I feel it in my, look at somebody say, come out of that. You holy. You ought not be acting like that. You know you ought not be acting like that. You know you ought not be acting like that because God has spared my life. Let me get back to my notes. So when you're gifted, come on, Samson, help us out. When you're gifted, where does the confidence come in God's ability? When you're gifted in persuasion, when you're gifted in when you're gifted in persuasion, when you're gifted in money management, when you're gifted in attracting money, how do you have the confidence to wait on God? Who am I talking to on this morning? I know how to get money. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know how to get it. I know what to do. Listen, some of us are gifted at conflict resolution. I will know what choice words to use. God has gifted me not to forget. Look at somebody and say, I remember. Well, when you're gifted, where does the confidence come, Sister Jessica? In God's ability. Where does the confidence come from? How do you know that God is going to make a way? Out of no way, because I know what to do. I don't want to wait on God. I know how to do this. But come on, Samson says, like, you know, I don't know much about it, but I have clients I have to send to Alcoholics Anonymous. And they tell me as an attendee, and when you come in the doors of Alcoholics Anonymous, they tell me the first thing you got to do is admit some stuff. That's what they tell me. So Samson says, like going to one of those meetings, you have to admit that you are, number one, you got yourself in a compromising situation. You got to admit that. You got to admit. So if you want your hope and your healing to come, it comes when you admit, number one, compromise distorts the obvious. Look at somebody and say, compromise distorts the obvious. I'm just simply trying to ask, how did you not know that the devil was setting you up? How do you not know that? How do you not know if you get ahead of God that the devil is really actually trying to set you up? Compromise conceals the fact that you're breaking promises. Say breaking promises. You're breaking rules. Come on now. Y'all know y'all don't want to preach with me on it. Y'all getting distracted. But the truth of the matter is, listen, when you are not recognizing that the devil's trying to set you up, compromise distorts the obvious that you're breaking promises. It goes a little bit like this. I'm gifted at a negotiation. I'm gifted at it. I saw something that I want. I saw it. I'm gifted at it. I have gotten the seller to say, listen, I'll give it to you 50%. Now, the truth of the matter is, you know that Sunday is coming and you need to keep the tithes holy. Okay, am I saying in the picture? But I'm gifted. I just got this item 50% off. But I know I got to keep my tithe holy. I got to know I got to bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse. Now, the problem is because you got that seller to get you something, because you gifted at making deals, all of a sudden you didn't bought something. And all of a sudden you don't even realize you broken a promise. You broken a promise to God to keep things holy. And so you broken a promise to creditors that you're going to pay bills on time. Oh, I know y'all don't like this kind of preaching. You make a promise that you was going to pay somebody back. You made a promise that I'm going to, pay myself so when I retire, I'll have money to live on. Because you good at negotiation, you're not even realizing that you're compromising your future. You're compromising the Lord's money. You're compromising your retirement. You're compromising promises you made to creditors when they extended the credit to you. So some of us on this morning, if you like me, you're in conflict with your creditors because they talking crazy to you. But the truth is, you let your gift get you in trouble. I got to get this. No, you don't. You could have waited on God to give it to you. I got to have it. No, you don't. I got to make this business deal. No, you don't. I got to do this. No, you don't. All you have to do is wait on God. And now you're in a conflict with your creditors. Now you don't know how you're going to retire. Now you don't know how you're going to make good on promises you made to people. And the truth of the matter is, compromise conceals the fact that you're breaking promises. You're breaking promises. You're breaking promises. And I want you to know, when you do that, you got to understand that it only happened because you were in compromising situation. I'm going to let that live for a minute. I ain't going to holler at you much. I'm not going to holler at you much. I'm hurt right now. I'm frustrated right now. But you're not beyond hope. You're not beyond hope. But you got to first, number one, admit. Come on, say admit. My compromising distorted the obvious. The obvious was you're going to be in conflict with people you made promises to if you get ahead of God. Look at somebody and say, don't get ahead of God. He'll send you what you need. He'll send the deal your way. He'll send what you need. But you can't get, they want me to keep moving. You can't get ahead of God. I got Bible because it's not in there. Don't worry about it. But Delilah in the text asked Samson how many times? 3 times. Tell me where your strength is. You don't even know that the people that's trying to get you to work a deal, they trying to find out where you are. They've been sent by the devil. They've been sent by the devil. You know you got to keep your tithes holy. You know you got to keep things holy. They've been sent by the devil. The text says Delilah asked him how many times? Where's the secret of your strength? On this morning, God says, where's your conviction? Where is your conviction lie? Which Samson didn't even realize the obvious. He didn't even know Delilah was going to take him down. I got a Bible to back it up. And so Judges 16 and 18, they want me to be done. I'm going to be done. I'm going to get off this track. Judges 16 and 18, look at it. When Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she went and called on the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up again, for he has what? Told me all in his heart. You told somebody, I want this. And they were listening. Told them I want this. Then the lords, come on. Then the lords, read it real loud with me, of the Philistines came up to her and brought her the money. Now, because I'm a researcher, because I like researching, I looked this up. It was equivalent, Sister J, to $56,000 in U.S. dollars. Can we read that and put that in there? Then the lords of the Philistines came up to her and brought her $56,000. What is your conviction worth? What is the promises you made to creditors worth? What is the promises you made to people worth? What is the promises you made about your marriage worth? What is it worth? In the text, it was worth $56,000 in her hand. And Samson had told, Samson had told her what was to come. And he faced the choice between faithfulness to God or continuing in ungodly relationships. Because he's in Gaza. He went to another city and he saw what he wanted. And I'm just talking to somebody on this morning. You in betwixt and between. You betwixt and between. Just like Samson. Faithfulness to God or continuing being in ungodly patterns of behavior. And if you there, you with your pastor, because I'm preaching to me. I'm preaching to me on this morning. Come on, say it's me, oh Lord. Standing in the need of prayer. Samson is betwixt and between. And here we see that the strongest man in the world, glory to God, is weak under the power of an ungodly relationship. As strong as he is, as gifted as he is to rip a bear in pieces, he could not stand under the pressure of an ungodly relationship. And on tomorrow, I know people are going to make you a good deal for those got the gift of persuasion, for those that got the gift of passion, for those that got the gift of money management and attracting money. I know tomorrow you're going to get a good idea. But the question is, even though you're strong in that, will you fall under the power of that? Woo, Lord, I'm trying to preach this thing to you. As strong as you are today, are you going to allow that to get in the way of what God is trying to do in your life? And so like us, Samson thought that because he was strong in one area of his life, Brother Braden, he was strong in all areas. Who am I talking to on this morning? You'll tell yourself, I can handle it. I can handle it. Y'all don't look at me like that. I'm strong in one area, I can handle another. I'm strong in this area, I can handle another. Look at somebody and say, choose ye this day who you gonna serve. That's where we are with him, because the Bible says a double-minded man, I'm trying to say with the text, is unstable in all his ways. Woo, look at somebody and say, I'm holy, and I can't let nothing hinder that. Tell the Lord is trying to send us some help. Sit down. You making me preach. Lord, how God is trying to help you stay holy. He's trying to help you stay righteous. So he's going to send us some help on this morning. Because the restoration of my hope comes from admitting that my pitfalls are hidden from me. My pitfalls. Maybe not yours. Pastor Cranford's pitfalls are hidden from me. It's hidden from me. James 1:15 says it this way. Come on, let's read it together. Then when lust, the thing I love, the thing I'm gifted at, the thing that's pulling me. Then when lust have what? Conceived and bringing forth what? And sin, when it is bringing forth $56,000. Ended this wonderful man's legacy that we get to read about. $56,000. That's all it was worth. That ain't no money. $56,000 ended up bringing forth death. Can I move on? Because some of us this morning, we need to heal. We need to heal in some areas. We need to heal in some areas. Listen, the creditors are calling and cursing you out, and you mad. You hurt right now because it's your fault. It's your fault. I got to heal in some areas, but I'm not beyond hope. Number one, when I admit compromise distorts the obvious. Number two, compromise depletes my strength. Compromise depletes my strength. Y'all praying with me? Listen, you're weak and easily hurt when you walk away from God. When you walk away from God, you're easily hurt because God is my strength. I want you to know, as strong as Samson is, one thing he learned in this text is when he walked away from God. Listen, he lost his strength because his strength is what? Connected to God. Listen, look at somebody and say, my strength is connected to God. Oh, that ain't the right neighbor. Look at another neighbor and say, my strength is connected to God. It's not connected to what you gifted in. It's not connected to what you gifted in if you're using it on yourself. Because when you use it on yourself, look at somebody and say, you easily set up. Ooh, Lord, I can just tell my testimony. You're easily set up when you stop focusing on God. Can I listen? So Judges 16 and 19, we almost there. Look at Judges 16 and 19. Read it to me. She made him sleep. Ooh, Lord, have mercy, on her knees. And she called a man and had him shave off the 7 locks of his head. Then she began to torment him. Now you can't pay your tithes. Now you can't pay your creditors. Now you don't have no retirement. Now your marriage is messed up. Now your friendships are messed up. Look at somebody say, that's tormenting. And that's exactly what the devil does. Can I finish reading? Then she began, a scoundrel. Then she began, after she got my money, after she got my marriage, after she got my meditation with God, after she got it, then she began to torment him, and his strength left him. Y'all see that? His strength left him. When you realize you got, that ain't no good feeling. Okay, that's fine. Y'all gonna be act super saved. That ain't no good feeling. When you realize you got God. I practice family. I'm gonna get back to the text. Well, I practiced family law for 13 years. Y'all can't fool with me. I practice criminal law now. When you realize that folk were talking about, you know, can I drive your car or can I ride with you? And you realize you just got set up. That is not a good feeling. When you realize, listen, that you thought you can do something and she wasn't going to tell your wife, she wasn't going to tell your children. Listen, that is not a good feeling. Y'all start looking at me like that. That's the world we live in. That we're constantly being set up and then you lose your strength. The hair. Come on, say hair. Samson's hair symbolized Samson's consecration to God and the pledge of God's favor to him. So the cutting of Samson's hair robbed him of his strength because he broke his Nazirite vow to God. The question is, what are you breaking? And the rejection of God's mercy. So restoration of my hope happens when my relationship with God is strengthened. If you don't mind, come on, just lift your hands right there. Come on, just lift your hands and say, God, forgive me. Come on, say, God, forgive me. I need your power. Come on, tell him I need your power. Come on, tell him again, I need your power because I need my strength back. I need my joy back. I need my peace back. Come on, begin to talk to God right now. Come on. Begin to talk to God. Come on, say, I need it. I need it. I need it back. I need it back. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Come on, begin to talk to him. Talk to the Lord. I need it back. I want you to know I need it back. And restoration is only going to happen when you get your relationship right with God. Not trying to work overtime to put your retirement back in there. Come on now. That's what we do. I'm constantly going to funerals of young men and women that's trying in their own effort to restore things. They were trying to restore things. But God said, get your relationship right with me. Get your relationship right with me. I will restore it. I'll give you the desires of your heart. I'll give you what you need. I'm trying, Lady Monica. I may not get the point through, but lift your hands up and say, God, help me. Come on. I don't want to see no more deaths. I rebuke the hand of the death angel right now. I rebuke you, devil. Keep your hands off of us. We won't try to do this in our own effort. Yes, we're gifted at a lot of things, but we won't do it in our own power. We're going to wait on you to make a way. We're going to wait on you to make a way. Come on, look at somebody and say, I'm going to wait on God to make a way. Because it says, and we may not get further than this, Elder Reed. John 15:6, stay right there, son, stay right there. John 15:6 says it this way. This ain't no hooping message. This is a clarion call. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for whatever God has for me because I understand I'm a conduit for my children. I'm a conduit for my family. I'm a conduit for my co-workers. I'm a conduit for my community. But I got to get me right. I got to stop compromising. I got to stop compromising because I don't even see the setup. I don't even see the setup coming. I got to stop compromising because it's trying to rob me of my strength. John 15:16, it says it this way. If a man, abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered. And the men gathered them and cast them into the what? And they are burned. But if you got your smartphone, if you got a good memory, and if you've been in a church one day, God is our refuge. Come on, do I have any Bible readers? God is our refuge and strength. A very what? A present help. A present help. A present help. In the time of what? In a time of trouble. In a time of need. In a time of lack. In a time of refilling. In the time of I want to do better. God said, I'll show up. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. You don't got to turn and use your gift against me. Look at somebody and say, don't use your gift against God. Use your gift for God. Lastly, because I can't leave you here. I can't leave you here, Elder. Read that. I can't leave you here. Compromise, number one. Come on, let's go through it, class. Compromise distorts the obvious. You got to watch out. Look at somebody and say, when you're gifted, watch out. Watch out. The devil's steadily trying to set you up. Number two, compromise depletes my what? It depletes my strength. But we got to get out of here. I can't leave you there. I can't leave you there. Compromise can be canceled. Look at somebody and say, compromise can be canceled. I know I have failed to a whole lot of stuff. I know that the devil then got me a couple of times. But look at somebody and say, compromise can be canceled. Look at somebody and say, you got to just believe it. God ain't never left you. You got to look at somebody and say, God has never left me. So compromising can be stopped on today. Look at somebody and say, God will send what I need if I ask him. But you got to stop putting him second. Look at somebody and say, make God number one. Because my restoration is triggered by my words. Look at somebody and say, my words, they have power. Yes, they do. Look at somebody and say, start using your words to call those things that are not as though they were. If you need joy, tell God to send me some joy. Don't get with some broke, busted nigga. Look at God and say, I need some joy. I need some love. I need some peace. I need some money. Look at somebody say, my restoration is triggered by my words. I'm going to give you some Bible and then I'm going to let you go. Look at Judges 16 and 28. And then Samson called to the Lord. Look at somebody say, the Lord. And out of the depth of his soul and out of the depth of his helplessness, the Lord heard him. Look at somebody say, out of the mess you created, God will. If I can holler like Elder Reed, I will get up there and get that note. God will. God will. Yeah. In the middle of your mess, God will.